Welcome back to Gigconomy Garage, the channel where we find real money-making opportunities hiding in plain sight. Today we're tackling something that a lot of freelancers and side hustlers are getting completely wrong. You're not supposed to compete with AI, you're supposed to complement and improve what it produces. And this is costing freelancers real income. Everyone keeps saying that AI killed translation work, that editing is dead, that text correction services are obsolete. And I'm here to tell you that is one of the biggest myths circulating in the gig economy right now. Stick around because by the end of this video you are going to see a genuine profitable service opportunity that most people are completely overlooking because they're too busy being afraid of the bots. The problem: we don't need more Parker pen slips. Let me paint a picture for you. A business owner somewhere in the world needs to expand into a new market. They fire up their favorite AI tool, paste in their content, and within seconds they have what looks like a perfectly translated document. They launch their campaign and then they watch in horror as their brand takes a hit because the AI missed something cultural, something human. This is happening every single day across industries, and it represents a golden window for skilled people like you. Check this out. This is a legendary real-world example. When the Parker Pen Company expanded into Mexico, they wanted to use their slogan, "It won't leak in your pocket and embarrass you." They used a literal translation for embarrassed. The problem? In Spanish, the word embarazar sounds like embarrass, but it actually means to impregnate. So their ads in Mexico effectively told customers, "Our pens won't leak in your pockets and make you pregnant." Imagine a billion-dollar brand telling people their pens are a form of accidental contraception. This is exactly what happens when you rely on a tool that matches patterns instead of understanding culture. This quality gap is your golden window. The solution: you plus AI equals greatness. So here's the situation. AI tools are fast and useful for bulk content, but they don't actually understand language. They miss the tone, they miss the human soul of a sentence. This is where your service opportunity lives: manual expert editing and refinement of AI processed text. You are not competing with AI. You are completing AI. You are the essential final layer that transforms a raw machine output into something that actually works in the real world. Here's a personal experience. I recently did a translation and refinement of English to Spanish for a client of a text of around 4,000 words. I used Claude Opus and Claude Sonnet, and I gotta admit, it was really good, beyond what translation tools were able to make 3 or 4 years ago. But, alert, during the refinement I noticed things like "Este es el primero paso" instead of "Este es el primer paso." Sounds silly, but by manually editing I saved the ick of the readers and saved the confidence in the brand. Imagine how you would feel if you read in your travel guide, "This is going to be the better week of your life." Now, in just a second, I'm going to show you the exact 3-tier pricing strategy you should use to make sure you aren't leaving money on the table. But before we get into math, hit that subscribe button. We drop a new breakdown of hidden gig economy gems every week. Also, check the description below. I've put together an AI human hybrid toolkit. It's a checklist of the specific software and localization steps I'm about to cover. Seriously. Take 5 seconds, hit subscribe, grab that link, and come back because we're getting to the good stuff. The method. What you actually do. So what does this service actually look like? You aren't just reading, you're performing a linguistic audit. Think about a book or a play. If an actor is about to go on stage, we say, "break a leg." An AI might translate that literally into Spanish as "rómpete una pierna." To a Spanish speaker, that isn't a wish for good luck. It sounds like you're wishing them a trip to the hospital. The human editor knows the cultural equivalent is mucha mierda, which literally means lots of poop. But it's the actual way you wish a performer luck. That requires a human who has done the cultural homework. You're verifying accuracy, eliminating uncanny valley grammar, and most importantly, refining the cultural layer. Now, how do you avoid the race to the bottom? Do not call yourself a proofreader. If you do, you're competing with $5 an hour workers. Instead, position yourself as a cultural quality assurance specialist. Let me say this again. Cultural quality assurance specialist. You aren't checking for typos. You are ensuring voice consistency and tone mapping. When you talk to a client, you aren't saying, I'll fix the grammar. You're saying, I will ensure your brand doesn't tell your customers to fly naked when you meant fly in leather. One sounds like a chore, the other sounds like a high-stake professional service. Copy this. Tiers and pricing. Structure your offerings in tiers. Tier 1. Basic linguistic audit, error correction, and technical accuracy. Tier 2. Style and flow refinement, making the text read naturally and fluidly. Tier 3. Deep cultural adaptation, the premium tier where you ensure the content genuinely resonates and converts. For long-form projects, you price per word or per page, and because the AI has made the first draft so cheap, the volume of translated content has exploded. The demand for the human layer is riding a massive wave. For book projects specifically, this is an extremely compelling pitch. Publishers, independent authors, and content creators who are self-publishing in multiple languages need their work to feel authentic to each readership. A poorly humanized book gets reviewed badly, returned, and forgotten. A properly refined translation builds on authors' international reputation. The stakes are high, and serious authors know it. That is a client who values your expertise and will pay accordingly. When you're talking to business clients, the framing shifts slightly, but the core message stays the same. You are protecting their brand. One embarrassing mistranslation in marketing copy or a product description can damage trust with an entire new customer base. Your service is risk management, wrapped in linguistic expertise. The Expert's Toolkit. To really stand out, use the AI-human hybrid stack. For the AI layer, use DeepLWrite or Claude for the heavy lifting. For the precision layer, use CAT tools like SmartCat to maintain a glossary of terms so your characters' names stay consistent across 400 pages. And the final polish, use Perfected to catch formatting inconsistencies. Mentioning these tools to a client proves you have a professional process, not just a hobby. This is not a saturated space. Most people heard AI translation and assume the entire field collapsed. That assumption is your competitive advantage. While others walk away, smart gig workers are positioning themselves as the human intelligence layer that makes AI translation actually viable for real-world applications. AI did not kill this industry. It created a massive new demand that only human expertise can satisfy. I want to hear from you. Drop your questions about building a translation editing service, pricing strategies, finding clients in this niche, anything on your mind about this topic. I read everything. And if you want to see which specific language are paying the most right now, you cannot miss the next video. Hit subscribe and I'll see you in the next one. GG's.